I legitimately put up 101 hours in Need for Speed Unbound, dude. Like, man, do I have a lot to say about this one, because number one, I've been played the game ever since it was first revealed. Well, not first revealed, but when it was first out for EA Play, you know, that subscription service, right? And when they had that free trial for like 10 or so hours or whatever, I had the demo, or free trial rather, for the first time, and I've been playing it since then. That's how I got my hands on the game early, because I had the subscription, okay? But let me take you back to the beginning, all right? When the game did come out, well, I didn't get the game until after it came out, and I, believe it or not, it might sound crazy, but I did get the game as a Christmas gift, all right? So give or take, I got the game as a Christmas gift, and since then, Need for Speed Unbound has been evolving to some degree, if you will, right? And so let me just be straight up honest here. If I'm keeping it a buck with these people, all right? So at first, Need for Speed Unbound almost felt like a breath of fresh air, considering that it was a huge supposed next-gen leap into the new systems, you know, PS5 and Xbox Series X and whatever, you know what I mean? Even though I had the PS5 version and all that. And so coming out of Need for Speed Heat, in which I, believe it or not, completed the entire game 100% with the platinum trophy on top of that. And since that day, you know, once I first hopped into Need for Speed Unbound for the first time, I was like, okay, these are some good additions to the game, some minor changes here and there. You know, I was quickly trying to get used to the game, and then the more I played the free trial, the more I sooner realized that the potential that the game had at one point was going to like dimmer down just a little bit. But even though I was being hopeful at the time, you know, since it was still relatively new to me, and so I was still new to the game, and of course I had to get used to the controls and all that, and so I was still getting used to Need for Speed Unbound. And then fast forward to after the game launched, of course, when I first had the full game, I continued my journey offline with the story mode, which was complete hot garbage. There is no question. Okay, I have no idea exactly who wrote the story, nor who is behind the idea of the said story to begin with, but I'm not even going to dive into that somehow. But anyway, the story mode, while hot garbage, I completed it regardless, okay, because I needed to complete something in this game in the back of my mind, or so I thought at least, right? And so then once I got the story out the way, I hopped online. Now I played some online matches here and there, completed some playlists. I won at least more than one playlist. I'm not even joking, because I was still trying to get used to playing these racing games online, because I haven't done much online gaming as far as racing games go in recent years, because normally I'm a casual gamer. You guys, at least some of you guys should know that by now, but I'm more so of a casual gamer than anything else. But at the same time, I have been slowly getting myself exposed out there into the online world, even though I've been playing multiplayer games in the past for almost a decade now. But these days, however, with how online gaming has been changing this frequently as of late, it's a whole nother experience, let me say that, all right? But that's not really what the point of this video is, because if you guys paid attention to the title, then you guys ought to know by now that yes, I am not lying. This is 100% no cap. I legit put up 100+ hours into this game. And here are my thoughts after doing such a so-called achievable feat, rather, okay? So apparently, not going to front, I have a huge love and hate relationship with this game, and it's not even funny, bro. Like, sometimes I enjoy the game, sometimes I hate the game, okay? And I'm not trying to like downright hate this game all the way, unlike other people, right? But this game was, oh my goodness, this game had so much potential, especially when it first got revealed. I was like, okay, Need for Speed on Next Gen, this game has got to go hard. Pause. EA cannot mess this up, am I right? Even though EA has been having some rocky history as of late, especially with Need for Speed being the main topic, right? And so I was hoping that this game can be at least decent, as much as it was with Need for Speed Heat, because to me, to this day, I still enjoy Heat just a tad bit more than this game as far as like the gameplay and, you know, overall, even though as far as graphically and, you know, visuals and all that stuff, Need for Speed Unbound still looks a lot better because it's next gen, right? But even then, I had tons of more experience playing Heat than this game. almost. And that's crazy to say because Heat came out 3 years ago, or 4 years ago at this point, I'm sorry, to where Unbound only came out for like a year and a half, I think. And so after putting up this much time into a racing game like this, it got me thinking, was all of this really worth it? Like, was this entire grind worth it from beginning to end? And half of my body said yes, because I literally didn't think I would put up this many hours for a racing game. I can't even recall the last time I put over 50 plus hours or 75 plus hours into a racing game. I think the last time I did this was like Need for Speed Heat or something like that. I can't even remember no more, but guaranteed for an online experience, half of these hours I put was strictly from the online gaming, okay? Because if you guys have seen my previous videos on this game, the majority of the videos has been on me playing online in this game, right? And so what I'm trying to say is that half of these hours could be from online, a quarter of the hours could be from me playing solo single player mode, and you know, straight up offline grinding and stuff like that. So that's pretty much where the majority of the hours came from, but half of that can be from online, at least these days, right? Since rank online have been coming back to PvP mode. And so since that's been back, I've been putting a lot more hours into it because of the updates that they have been keeping us, you know, up to speed with these days, because I've been hearing that Need for Speed Underground update is going to be coming to Need for Speed Unbound, which was pretty much the sole reason why I even came back to this game in the first place, is because of that alone. The Need for Speed Underground update was the main reason I even started making videos on this game to start with throughout this year, at least thus far, right? And so regardless of the case, like, overall, as far as my experience, it has been completely hit or miss, because yes, visually the game looks great, graphically the game looks great, even though the art direction, the character designs could be a bit of a hit or miss as well. Even I was on the fence of how the characters look in this game, you know, as far as the cartoony anime-ish art style, as they call it, you know, because those are mind you, those are EA's words. They said that, not me. And so the anime art style, as they call it, the Spider-Verse art style, whatever, I was on the fence because I wasn't sure if I was going to like warm up to it or not. But since I've been playing the game a lot as of late, I somehow didn't really mind it, especially for the smoke effects, in which I thought at one point was pretty much one of the few unique things that I liked about the game, is the smoke effects while you drift. And so I haven't really cared much about that either since then. And so again, visually the game looks great for next gen. I like how the visuals look, I like how the game was looking, I like how the gameplay felt at one point. But even then, sometimes all of that can be overshadowed by what I've been witnessing, because once again, the story mode, complete trash. The hot pursuit cop chases in this game, do not even get me started on this, son. Please do not even get me started, because every time I keep hearing the cops calling me perp this, perp that, yo, we got a perp over here, call me like something else, bro. Like, I was super sick and tired of hearing them calling me perp from time to time. It was so annoying, to the point where I'm not even joking right now, I have to like legitimately turn off the voice acting entirely, because it has gotten so annoying and tedious. I just couldn't take it no more, okay? Then once again, back to online, of course. And here's the thing with this, okay? So on occasion, I have been coming across a little bit of lag spikes as of late, to where cars will like literally skip past me like 2 to 3 times in front of me just to overtake my position. Or whenever I do go fast enough, cars will then like stop where they are, and so I can like overtake their position. And then the cars, once the online connection gets back and working, all of a sudden I would soon get overtaken by some of these players online from time to time. Whenever this happens, again, this is an occasional thing. Thankfully, this did not happen to me that often, but it has been happening to me as of late, the last few times I've been playing online, at least throughout the past few months. And like I said, you know, despite me giving this game another chance after not having touched this game for a while, it's like sometimes the more I play this game, the more deep down I would think about how this game has so much potential under its belt, but it kept getting flawed from time to time, okay? Because these flaws overshadowed that said potential, if that makes sense. So basically what I'm saying is that Need for Speed Unbound, again, while it's still a functional game, I'm still playing it because of online and content these days. You know, I'm still giving it a proper chance these days. But even then, that that's just not enough to not acknowledge the fact that despite the potential, these flaws can like overshadow the greatness it would have had the game executed perfectly. And they barely even did that from all sorts of aspects that I mentioned, okay? And so I will say it again. Was the 101 hours put into this game really worth it? Because still, it was a hit or miss experience, and it still is to this day. So I will leave that up to you guys to decide. But for me, I'm still a bit in between, okay? I do enjoy my time with this game at some points, while at other times, I can be a bit disappointed whenever some things go left, alright? And that's just how I feel. But be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And with that being said, it's been Viral, and I am signing out. Peace, my people. Before you guys go, I have one more announcement. I have officially made myself a Discord, so please be sure to join by clicking that link below. Thank you.